Well, welcome back again, gang. This is Wazza. I'm Pope Kale. This is Garage Alchemy. And today I feel like I'm really sort of leveraging on somebody else's, shirt tails here because, maybe I watch too much of a particular channel at the moment because I feel like I'm catching up. Or at least playing catch up in the whole AI game. So, made this one a short one. It's a follow on from the last video about the AI Librarian and taking it some further steps. Some conversation has developed over the last few weeks. I've seen it on various channels. I've made comments on, I think, Paul Lipsky's channel as well on something similar along those lines. But it's more about the whole idea of this personal knowledge graph, knowledge base that I can't remember the person's name. There was some post that went through X. I'm sure that if I ask my AI, it'll tell me. But yeah, everybody's been leveraging this whole knowledge graph thing. And so, I've seen that pop up and I'm going, well, that fits really nicely into my little librarian as well. And then I started to explore the whole idea a little bit further than that, into the respect of, well, maybe there's a little bit, like the AI knowledge systems architect, the AI Workplace Integrator. Seems like a rehash of what I used to do 30 years ago. When I started the industry, that was my take the AI out of it. That's what I did, and now AI's become the new player in the game. But I don't see anybody really sort of out there sort of saying, well, we know how to integrate your office. Anyway, just moving right along, right? So what spurred this on? So if I really go over here and bring up this screen here, I'll actually do this screen here, so to show the whole screen. Yeah, so this is, no, okay, I'm a little bit revealing. I'm working through a playlist here at the moment. He's got to really learn to use AI, and it's free, so I'll continue to use it. But even this first one here, he's talking about build an AI second brain knowledge base. And it was again based on the same thing that was talked about. Does it mention down here? Look, go and check out the video again. It's a good video. I've watched it 3 or 4 times, but it got me thinking. We can talk about it. Like, let's imagine it. Now, can we imagine this whole idea? So that's where I went to next. So I actually did this post on Facebook a few weeks ago, or last week, as I'm thinking it through. On the left-hand side, this was my job. I'd come from the IBM range, and I sort of said, I can do this. I can put that business model into this local service system and give you all the bells and whistles you want. And I carried that right through until I was actually hired by a multinational, and and they paid me to stop doing it for small businesses and do it for them, if you know what I mean. Long story short, you can check my main channel. I think we covered it a dozen times. Anyway, moving right along. So I'm just saying it, the job now, if I was starting now, and again, people talk about lost jobs. Nobody's talking about this integrator. Where is he? The guy that comes into your office and just says, "Hey, look, I can do this." I see your business. And here's the examples. I'm going to use examples that I've been involved in the industry. So well, first up, what's the model look like? Well, the model looks like, there's your office architecture. Here's your company network, right? How it works. We can zoom in on there. Look, if you want these graphs, I could even give you the ChatGPT link. I may even do that down below, depending on how much you want to really filter through my swearing and cursing. But aside from that, yeah, so, I'm looking at the fact that, ultimately, I would like to buy one of these MSI blocks. So it's not in my budget right now. I'm a retired engineer. I have a fixed budget, for the rest of my life. And that's what you do when you retire. I got no magical, unicorn up the end of the rainbow or whatever. There's nothing going to happen. It's all planned. I can't. And then of course the industry goes and does this shit. It's a new toy, and it's I think starts at 120,000 baht, which is what, 5,500 Australian dollars or 6,000 Australian dollars. It's just serious. That's 2 months spending money out of my budget. God. No, thank you. And of course, what I've been doing, what to play, I've got no justification, but I can see, how this is a business model that somebody 20 years younger might be adopting. So well, it gave an interface example here, which I thought was a bit lame. I did zoom in a bit more on a different app, but that's the thing that I wanted to focus on. So let's have a look. Some of my clients were advertising. Well, real estate agents. I should look at my own picture, shouldn't I? Yeah. So what would a real estate agent look like? They'd come in, they'd turn their computers on, they'd log in, and that's your day. It's got everything laid out, your day, your clients, your prospects, listings, right? And you're basically managing it through an interface that knows your business. Moving right along, you're a law firm. Okay, and I had law clients as well that I put systems into. That's the only reason why I'm using these particular engineering or these particular examples, because I sort of know what business that I was integrating into back in the day. So again, it's confidential information. You don't want this out in the cloud. Then, of course, another engineering. That was another industry I spent some time in. Again, you want to keep your plans to yourself. You don't want your competition knowing what you're doing. And don't forget, anytime it goes in the cloud, it's a fairly good chance you really can't stop it being scraped and put into the next local LLM models, as part of their integrated data as it keeps on growing and growing. And I think that's the business model now needs to start to think about how much is that knowledge worth to you and not shared with the rest of the world, if you know what I mean. Anyway, advertising agencies again. That was another agency that I talk about. That they were always, on my case to come and fix their problems and waiting 90 days to pay their bills. But maybe it was just me and I was too lenient on them. I don't know. I just felt like most of the time I was feeling like a bank with them. Anyway, the last one, of course, was, well, I'm not a business. What would a person like me build? So, I've got a bit of a snapshot of even a picture now of something that I could see I could develop. Anyway, let's pivot back quickly, because I just want to talk about a little bit. I did prep up a final on this one, so we can wrap this one up. It's just a thinking. It's like it's a whiteboard, a thinking process, sharing more ideas with people. Because I said, I'm retired, sitting here, wasting my time on spending $30 a month on AI bullshit. Like there's the ChatGPT Go account, there's Suno Music. And now I've also paid for Leonardo so I could do more image work without being cut off, if you know what I mean. And people are talking about that now, just halfway through a conversation. Well, even Matt told me about that one, yeah. That's easy, just do a markdown file. Oh, because it's a picture. It's not going to be able to clip that, is it? It's me being a dumbass. Where was I going to go with that? Probably just wasting some time. No, that's what I was doing. I'm going to go over here and we're going to get a bit of just a final summary of where my thinking is now on this one. And hopefully I'll get back to actually doing some of my own work. I've actually simplified that, as you saw in a few videos ago. I should actually get back and actually do the work. Anyway, Megan, where are you, Megan? Well, let's go back here again. Megan, come on, give me a rundown of what we talked about.
I think you've hit on something that is under-discussed, but I'd frame it a little differently. The conversation today is dominated by capability. Can the model code? Can it reason? Can it pass exams? Can it reach AGI? Businesses, historically, don't adopt technology because of capability alone. They adopt it because someone figures out how to integrate it into existing workflows. Think back to the web. In 1995, everyone talked about the internet. By 2005, nobody was talking about the internet anymore. They were talking about online banking, online travel, CRM systems, e-commerce, and collaboration tools. The technology disappeared into the business. I suspect AI follows a similar path. What I find interesting in our discussions is that you've naturally gravitated away from the model and toward the user's first screen of the day. Every image we've generated has been a variation on that theme. A real estate agent sees listings and clients. A solicitor sees cases and precedents. A production planner sees CNC jobs and machine utilization. An advertising executive sees campaigns and approvals. Notice what isn't on those screens. Nobody cares whether it's GPT-7, Gemini, Claude, or a local model. The AI has become invisible. That's exactly what successful infrastructure does. The part that feels genuinely new is the role you've been describing. 20 years ago, you installed servers and built intranets. 10 years from now, there may well be consultants whose job is to spend a week inside a company and leave behind an AI-powered workplace, not because they invented a better model, because they understood the business. They map the knowledge, connect the systems, establish permissions, build the workflows, and design the interface that employees actually use. That's much closer to organizational design than it is to AI research. And I think that's where your experience gives you a different perspective. You're not imagining AI replacing accountants, lawyers, or engineers. You're imagining someone replacing the old intranet consultant. The sales pitch isn't, "We'll install AI." It's, "We'll modernize how your organization accesses its own knowledge." That's a much easier proposition for a business owner to understand. One thing I'd add is that this doesn't have to be an either-or choice between local and cloud. Some organizations will choose fully local systems because of privacy, regulation, or intellectual property. Others will use enterprise, cloud AI with contractual privacy guarantees. Others will run a hybrid approach, where everyday work stays local, but certain tasks use external models. The integration layer is valuable in all three cases. What you've been exploring over the last few weeks, from Ariadne the Librarian to knowledge graphs to these dashboard mock-ups, actually forms a coherent picture. The common thread isn't AI, it's organized institutional knowledge. The model is interchangeable, the interface evolves. The hardware gets faster, but the company's knowledge becomes the enduring asset. And if I had to predict one new profession that becomes commonplace over the next decade, it wouldn't be prompt engineer. It would be something closer to AI knowledge systems architect or AI workplace integrator, someone whose expertise is understanding businesses well enough to turn decades of scattered documents, databases, emails, and procedures into a coherent, searchable, intelligent workspace. That's a conversation that, compared with AGI headlines, really does seem to receive far less attention than it probably deserves.
Exactly. It does seem to fit. I don't see anybody talking about it. Well, maybe we're just talking about it at the beginning of a new proposition there because, it's all changing so fast. Um, he's me retired doing nothing about it. Yeah, look, I'm not going to sort of harp on that one too long. I'm enjoying running a YouTube channel and having fun with that, meeting new people every day, every week, every month. It definitely sort of doesn't make my life boring. AI has just added a whole new flavour to that, where I'm meeting new people and talking about new things that are not Thailand, which, even though we went for the Thailand background today, and it is raining, it just, it's just, again, it's just my way of just enjoying my life in retirement. Anyway, main channels down below. I have a bunch of Patreons that sort of support the channel. Look, you're welcome to just drop in and say hello anytime you want. The Discord's free, the Patreon's free, everything's free. Maybe I might make some money on it someday, but I'd just rather have fun with it, okay? Peace out, guys, and take care.